Country. And this morning, sources tell ABC News that George Floyd's brother is expected to testify today before the House Judiciary Committee. That panel is holding its first hearing on police reforms since Floyd's death last week. President Trump is pushing a baseless conspiracy theory about the 75-year-old protester who was badly hurt when he was pushed by police officers in Buffalo, New York. Across the country, many of the places that have lifted stay-at-home orders are now seeing a rise in COVID-19 infections. In some cases, that could be the result of more testing. Inez de la Cuetara breaks down the latest.
Long process, too.
Yeah. A primary election in Georgia yesterday is now under investigation. May be the end of the road for the Confederate flag at NASCAR races. It was Old Town neighborhood, a 32-year-old. And thank you. The Archdiocese of Chicago says it plans to have students return to schools in the fall. Uber Eats will no longer charge delivery fees for customers ordering from Black-owned restaurants through the rest of the year. Because parts of Navy Pier will welcome back guests for the first time in months as Chicago moves through phase 3 of lifting COVID-19 restrictions. Diane Path. New incidents of alleged police brutality are emerging as some parts of the nation work toward police reform. ABC's Alex Perez has the latest. Perez reporting. And new at 11, hundreds of workers at the Field Museum are fighting to save their jobs. Later this afternoon, they'll gather at the Man with a Fish statue, and those workers will deliver a petition with 1,000 signatures to management asking the museum not to cut jobs or wages over the pandemic. The Archdiocese of Chicago says it plans to have students return to schools in the fall. Ban in Rosemont is expected to be overturned. The village board is following through on an approved voter referendum that expands gaming across the city. The village will receive a portion of gaming. Welcome back, everyone. A quick correction for you. Earlier in the show, we named Wiley Catino the first African-American police chief in Indiana. That was a mistake. He is the first African-American police chief in Merrillville, Indiana. We apologize for the error.